Well, good Wednesday morning from the Oklahoman's video studio. Dave Morris here with Mike Knopp, Executive Director of the Oklahoma City Boathouse Foundation, who usually joins us on Monday morning for some breakfast. I had to reschedule this week, so thank you for accommodating. Much appreciated.
Great to be here. Yeah.
I see on your Facebook page some firefighters doing some training on your RIVERSPORTS Rapids this past week, or recently.
Yeah, yes, they are. We are starting our program where we're going to have a curriculum for swiftwater rescue training. We're partnering with Oklahoma City Fire Department and Oklahoma State University, and this is really the trainer type program. And so they were kind of getting a feel for the rapids and all the different things that you can do in terms of the educational aspects. I think they had some fun too. It was really cool to watch them out there and to see all the different types of techniques. They were learning how to swim in fast water using the ropes, so guiding a raft and getting into eddies and that kind of thing. So I think they see it as a tremendous teaching tool for really authentic real life experiences that they encounter all the time.
And pretty timely as well as we head into perhaps the rainy season here, spring in Oklahoma, where rivers could get flooded, lakes rise, things like that. And plus, the real local location for them to receive this training.
Absolutely, it's very safe, and there's something you really learn a lot about hydrodynamics when you're in there with that fast water, trying to maneuver a raft around, or try to rescue somebody, or try to get a rope in a fast-moving waterway, and that's the kind of thing that this venue, while it's such a tremendous recreational asset we have, it provides a real service, and it's very safe. I mean, if they've had to train in the past on real streams and rivers, and that can get dangerous.
Sure.
And you can't turn it off, or there could be jagged rocks, or you never know what's under the water. So,
on the opposite end of that, some Twilight tubing has been announced. So at the opposite of swift waters, this is a little more relaxed situation.
We have turned it down, and yes, that's what's so cool about our venue is that there's so much flexibility. You can do so much with RIVERSPORTS Rapids, and so last Friday we did our first Twilight tubing session. Had a lot of people come out, and what was cool is we turned our recreational channel into a tubing channel. We raised our head gate up. We still had rafting going on in the other channel, but created just enough flow to go down the recreational channel where you could wade into the water with your tube, and then you sit down, then the water kind of takes you. You go through some really fun little rapids along the way, and then there's a float section. So you kind of get your Illinois float trip in there at the Illinois River experience, right here. And you float around a little bit, you find the fast current and then the eddies, and then there's a big drop at the end, which is a whole lot of fun watching who can stay in the tube and who doesn't. But, and people were doing it, and they were doing it over and over again. Like you'd go on this tubing trip, and then you get out and you go back up and do it all over again. And so it's all about fun, not intimidating at all. And then the other cool thing about that is in the other channel, the water is toned down a little bit. So if you're just learning to kayak, it's a lower flow condition. So while we will turn, we certainly have the big water on throughout the day, and it's very, very authentic, real fun experience on a raft trip. Having the opportunity to come in a lower flow situation does provide other opportunities to learn. So.
What are the tubing options right now? And I know this will change starting Memorial Day.
Well, every Tuesday and Thursday, we're currently sort of in this mode of we're weekend operation, but we are doing Tuesday and Thursday tubing. So starting just after work or after school, so you can come in from 6 o'clock, get on the water for a couple of hours. It's $20 Twilight tubing, for Tuesday and Thursday, and then on the weekends we every day that we're in a full operation, we start and end the day with tubing. So at 10 a.m. we're tubing and have the low water, and then we end the day at 6 p.m. And so when you come out and you might go rafting during the day and then stay for tubing later on, it's a whole different experience.
Very nice. And then the 7-day-a-week operation begins
Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to have a lot of fun going on that weekend, live music, a lot of games, a lot of activities throughout the whole venue.
Something else we should mention, in case people are wondering about food options, is the Big Water Grill is now up and running.
Big Water Grill is open, and it's really great. There's a whole variety of different kinds of food. It's very good, and it's open when the facility is open for whitewater kayaking or tubing or rafting, and so you can sit out on the patio and look over the whitewater. You can sit inside. Beautiful, beautiful restaurant space. And I think it's one of the only places in the world where you can sit there, eat your salad or your chicken sandwich, and on one side watch the rowing on the river, on the other side watch the whitewater. It's a really, really unique environment.
It's just a good layout. We mentioned the footprint last week. It really is a good layout. Clearly, you guys thought this through a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, we should mention two other things.
Yeah.
Lake Overholser, you have some operations going there.
Yes, of course, that's one of the neat things. It's all connected via trail now, and your pass allows you to go to both venues. But at Lake Overholser, we have our adventure operations in play right now, a zip line and a giant swing. But one of the really cool, unique factors about Lake Overholser is the Stitchcomb Wildlife Refuge. And so while you can have this authentic adventure experience on our rapids, you can go and have this wilderness experience in the Stitchcomb Wildlife Refuge. And we have a big pontoon boat where we take people up. We'll take you and your kayak up, all the way up so you don't have to paddle all the way up there, drop you off, and then you can paddle back through the preserve. It's a beautiful area, and if you've never experienced it, you're really missing something here. It's amazing that you're in Oklahoma City when you're back in the wilderness like that.
Which is kind of cool. You can take Route 66 out towards Bethany area and Lake Overholser, and there it is.
Yeah, you pass under the old historic Route 66 bridge along the way, and there's wetlands areas to explore, and there's a lot of wildlife to view, and then we have a cafe out at the Overholser Boathouse as well, the Trailhead Cafe, and so that's open as well to the public.
We'll get into Lake Hefner in more detail in future segments of this, but let's touch on it a little bit, because that's yet another branch.
Yeah, that's a new operation for us, and we're really excited about Lake Hefner and how it all ties to our other programming. We are starting sailing classes and lessons right now, so you can sign up online to get involved in sailing. We will soon be offering kayak and stand-up paddleboard rentals. We believe that'll start Memorial Day weekend. And we'll be operating from what used to be the old Lake Patrol building in the marina, and so we'll be over time renovating that facility, and then we have our classes also at Hobie Point. So we have summer camps as well, but as we all know, Lake Hefner is a tremendous asset in our city. As great a rowing venue as we have on our river or whitewater venue, we have this tremendous sailing lake, and it's pretty unique to have all of these really, world-class water, resources that we have.
My boss, Kelly Fry, executive editor of the Oklahoman, has a boat out there at Lake Hefner, so it's a great place for sailing. You're exactly right. Yeah. And this weekend, as weather warms up a little bit, should be a good time for that as well.
Should be, yeah.
The places we mentioned, RIVERSPORT Rapids, the Oklahoma River, Lake Hefner, Lake Overholser, all can be found on their website at riversportokc.org, which is a really nicely done website. Sir, as always, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate the information. Best of luck with all this stuff.
Great. Thank you.